The successful man is the one who finds out what is the matter with his business before his competitors do. I think that at the start of a game, you're always playing to win, and then maybe if you're ahead late in the game, you start playing not to lose. The true competitors, though, are the ones who always play to win. Many manufacturers secretly question whether advertising really sells their product, but are vaguely afraid that their competitors might steal a march on them if they stop. Good spectator sports share certain fundamentals. Their competitors battle head-to-head. Their winners are determined objectively, fastest runner, most points. They are refereed, not judged. In America, when you bring an idea to market, you usually have several months before competition pops up, allowing you to capture significant market share. In China, you can have hundreds of competitors within the first hours of going live. Ideas are not important in China, execution is. There is no age, height, or weight requirement to skate. It is good exercise no matter what your age is. If you want to be competitive, most start young. But, I practice with many adult competitors. The essential element of successful strategy is that it derives its success from the differences between competitors with a consequent difference in their behavior. Neighbors are competitors instead of partners, suspicious instead of trustful, indifferent instead of helpful, cold instead of loving, greedy instead of generous. We no longer consider ourselves living in neighborhoods, but only as living next to hoods. Now most people do not want an ordinary life in which they do a job well, earn the respect of their collaborators and competitors, bring up a family and have friends. That's not enough anymore, and I think that is absolutely tragic, and I'm not exaggerating, that people feel like a decent, ordinary, fun life is no longer enough. All signs point to there being many virtual and augmented reality competitors, and not just a single, dominant company. We got bigger, much scarier competitors. We ended up with Microsoft, a company with all the money in the world, the way I look at those guys. And IBM, another company that, historically, dwarfed us. Being a solo founder allows you to move quickly. When you're going up against massive, entrenched competitors, you need to maximize speed and agility. Having just one person at the top allows for faster decision-making. A competitor will find a way to win. Competitors take bad breaks and use them to drive themselves just that much harder. Quitters take bad breaks and use them as reasons to give up. It's all a matter of pride. They were very generous with me. Everybody was willing to talk about their particular accident, what they had to deal with and how they got back in touch with their competitor's spirit. My second business would have succeeded but for competitors' jealousy. I was selling motorbike gear cheap, but the people I was undercutting complained to the manufacturer and cut off my supply. It showed me how corrupt business can be. When I sold phones, the same thing happened, but this time I was ready. Our philosophy is always to search for the best quality. That is something our father taught us. It's one way to be different from your competitors. You can try to be cheaper, or you can try to be better. I enjoy looking at other people's products and learning from them. We take all of our competitors very seriously, as you know. You have to respect Intel, but we have our own tricks up our sleeves. Your most dangerous competitors are those that are most like you. The sentiment of those suggesting the Olympics and Paralympics be combined is no doubt well-intentioned, but it also echoes the myth that disabled people want to be other than what we are, that we'd like nothing more than to be allowed in with the able-bodied competitors. I can see my competitors sweating, and I am cool as a cucumber. No man ever got very high by pulling other people down. The intelligent merchant does not knock his competitors. The sensible worker does not knock those who work with him. Don't knock your friends. Don't knock your enemies. Don't knock yourself. If you want to be an actor, you must have total, ruthless commitment to your art. Don't be ambitious for fame or TV or movies. Art is a jealous mistress and will brook no competitors. Study all the time. Never stop reading. Never stop learning speeches. It will fill you up, define and refine you. There are hundreds of competitors in the direct marketing of computers. We have been very successful because of quality, price, service, and the way we treat the customer. I think that's one of the best things about skateboarding. We're all competitors out there, but no one dislikes each other. I looked at my competitors and I thought that, if they could do it, I could do it. And if they are popular and doing well, I could compete with them. What is your unique selling proposition? What makes you different than your competitors? Wrap your advertising message around that USP and communicate it in a clear and concise manner. Put Mickelson and Toms out there. You know, they had the morning off. They rested. Knowing them and the competitors that they are probably a little angry that they weren't out there in the morning. Move fast. Speed is one of your main advantages over large competitors. Ambition has developed into a passion which drives women, as well as men, to great works and small deeds. Formerly competitors in the race for men, they are now competing in the race for social tasks and distinctions. Whether it's Google or Apple or free software, we've got some fantastic competitors and it keeps us on our toes. By any measure, Capital Source outperformed both our direct competitors and the financial services industry in general, particularly in the context of the near collapse of the financial services industry where 19 of the 20 largest financial institutions in the country either failed or were bailed out by the government. NBA players are intense competitors, and it is truly humbling to know that my peers see me as someone who exhibits sportsmanship and respect on the court. We will not support returning Fannie and Freddie to the role they played before conservatorship, where they fought to take market share from private competitors while enjoying the privilege of government support. We really don't look at our competitors. The market is big. If you focus too much on competitors, you can lose focus on the customer. If we make our customers happier, we are going to win. I think it is going to be very difficult to be a company in silos. I think the game has changed. We won't define our success by looking at the competitors but at how satisfied are our customers, how engaged are our internal stakeholders, and how good is our product pipeline. A lot of competitors of various Amazon businesses use AWS. We don't view that as a problem. We very consciously want any company, competitor or not, to use our infrastructure to build their business. If you deprive yourself of outsourcing and your competitors do not, you're putting yourself out of business. Typical mergers happen when there are two competitors coming together, and they reduce overhead. Businesses always have competitors nipping at their heels. Historically, cities have not viewed themselves as subject to that same type of competition, but that's wrong. Tomorrow I will have new competitors such as Google, Microsoft, and Facebook coming into my garden. I'd rather focus on the competition of tomorrow than combine with the competition of today. I know if you get mad, and in a world with all the competitors I've been around in my life, either from fighting or wrestling or other sports, you have to learn to breathe. When a market isn't in transition, gaining market share is hard, you're fighting to take 1 or 2 points of share from competitors. The true competitors, though, are the ones who always play to win. Patent battles have become a strong catalyst for mergers, reducing competition in various domains. The largest corporations, with gigantic patent portfolios, routinely enter into cross-licensing agreements with their largest competitors. In the space of a decade, China and India have emerged as dramatic, dynamic competitors. Every day, you get up, and the world is changing. Your customers are expecting more from you. Your competitors are putting pressure on you by doing more and trying to beat you here and beat you there. The United States and China are competitors. And there is nothing wrong with competition. If you change the rules of the market, you can be more successful than your competitors. I think the Invictus Games is something the world needs to know more about. What it does for the competitors and what it does for the families and what it does for the wounded warriors and their support system is nothing short of phenomenal. More people need to know about it. A lot of the problems in the mortgage world, people said, were because our competitors were evil. But a lot of it was a lack of technology, bad processes and systems. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.